Shonen are losing their soul. The charm and warmth they once had is now long gone, and most anime that come out nowadays are soulless products as if they come out of a fabric, one after the other. Sure, they are shining with great animation and great action, but shows like Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man or Demon Slayer, even Attack on Titan will always be lower on people's top 10 lists than stuff like Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Dragon Ball or One Piece, because they are less lively and they lack a soul and a heart, like anime used to have. Anime has become more efficient. What do I mean by that? It's from bang to bang to bang. I just have a way with words, don't I? No, but new gen anime have no time to waste and they go immediately from arc to arc. What is the last filler you watched from an anime that came out after like 2016? And no, Boruto doesn't count because we are talking about good anime. It's not just the fillers as well. The arcs in themselves are quicker. They go in, enter the arc, fight the final villain, and the side characters sometimes fight the side villains, and that's it. Do you know how much stuff happened before we even got a glimpse of Frieza in the Namek saga? Or do you know how long it takes for Luffy to finally fight the main villain of an arc? The attention span of the society in itself has become way shorter than it used to be, so that's why the anime and manga industry also wastes no time to get to the point. Most of the times an arc just contains some fights, maybe even just one fight, and then we got some world building or more lore between arcs for like 2 episodes, and then next arc already begins. It's just as if we are following a given structure, and sure, that's how storytelling has always been, but right now we try to press as much content into as few time as we can. Take the world building in My Hero for example. I know it's great having world building in your show, but somehow it feels forced for me, and that's not even really hating on My Hero, but more like my personal opinion. We end an arc and then we go to some random man we have never even seen talking about the state of the society. That's how it goes, and it's like that every time. Just feels like, oh yeah, I also need to build a world to make it as real as possible, instead of sprinkling it into the story more evenly and naturally. Don't make us realize we are watching a story. Don't make us go, a little bit of world building, but give us the information as if we were in the world. It feels more like experiencing the story instead of watching the story. I know this may sound wild and like I live in my own anime world, but in my opinion, that's what anime is, or more precisely has been. A world where you can explore and escape into. And that's also another point I feel has changed. Not only did the story feel less real, but also the characters. Bro, I'm gonna sound so delusional, but come on, you get it right? Right? When you spend more time with the characters, not saving the world every scene they are in, you can relate more to them. It feels more like hanging out with friends or people you know. Like, why were Let's Plays so popular? Or why are reactions so popular right now? Because people feel like they are playing or watching stuff together with someone else. And that's also why people support YouTubers more than any other celebrities, because they feel like they know them. Nowadays, we start an anime and even in the first episode, it starts with a bang. Most of the times, it's even the best episodes because they want to catch your attention instead of building stuff up slowly but steadily. And who can be mad at the writers? Because as a society, this is how we want to consume stuff. If something doesn't grab your attention from the first minute, we don't deem it worthy of our time. You can also see this shit in music. Like, if your Spotify plays a new song and it doesn't catch your attention in the first 10 seconds, you skip.
Next! Because you have no talent!
Same thing for YouTube. YouTubers try so hard in the first 30 seconds and after that they go into second gear. Bro, even I did that in this video. It's all your fault, the audience. Okay, so after I blamed you for basically destroying media, why don't you subscribe? I bet that should work, right? People have forgotten that the path is the goal, or however that saying goes. And I know people will be like, see, that's so stupid because and not true and blah blah blah. Sure, if your story is godlike, like Attack on Titan, the end goal is the most important. But do you guys think Naruto is as popular as it is because people were so intrigued by the 1000th underdog story trying to be the very best? No, it's because we spend so much time with this dude and we see him go through ups and downs, and the downs aren't over after like half an episode. That's why we love Naruto. Or the best example, One Piece. People love One Piece because it is so long and because we see the crew goofing around and doing unimportant shit on the ship. I know people are like, One Piece is so long. long, I don't have time for it, that's why One Piece is bad. But this isn't homework, like I never got that. This view genuinely summarizes how people consume stuff nowadays. In case of anime, these times are what elevates the important moments as well. If you have important moment after important moment, sure, that's cool. But if you take your time developing stuff, then the impact is greater. I feel like now, if you want to set up something like killing a character, you start building that up in the same arc, or the same goes if you want to give a character a power boost. You set it up in the same arc. For example, Gohan's Super Saiyan 2 transformation shows how you make your character earn their moment. Actually, Dragon Ball is a great example for that. In Z, we spent hundreds of episodes building Vegeta's self-sacrifice or Gohan's transformation. And that's why we remember those as the best moments. And when they did the exact same moments in Super, sure, it was cool, but it was infinitely less impactful than the first time we saw them. Spoiler for Demon Slayer Season 2 and My Hero Season 4, I guess. I don't know when the last time was where I actually even felt like crying when a new gen character died. We knew Rengoku, for example, for like half a movie or a couple of episodes if you want to go by anime. And that glasses mentor guy in My Hero, I genuinely don't know his name, but I think that speaks volumes. Whatever. When he died as well after getting introduced 10 episodes ago, I was like, they seriously expect people to cry now? Because man, I didn't give a shit if a fictional character I barely knew dies. You don't have to spend 10 seasons building stuff up, but if you want us to feel something, at least take your time with it. Finally, I want you to answer me one question. Do you think that you will ever feel nostalgic about new gen anime? Sure, maybe I'm too old now for experiencing anything nostalgic, but I feel like it's because the world and characters and moments felt more real and had more impact on the audience, that people are like, yeah man, when I watched Dragon Ball as a kid, these times were crazy. I genuinely can't imagine people in 10 years being like, man, I miss watching Jujutsu Kaisen as a kid, or man, I miss watching Attack on Titan as a kid. No hate on Attack on Titan, and it's an amazing story for sure, but I don't think I will ever feel nostalgic towards that show, because it's only action, only plot. Again, still one of the best anime out there, but I think you're getting my point. Obviously, there are also pros to all of this, otherwise it wouldn't be how every show would be nowadays. You get better pacing, it's less time consuming, and the animation is crazy good more often because it's less stuff to animate. Personally, I just like it more when I feel like what I am consuming is real, and I doubt I'm the only one with how popular Naruto or Dragon Ball still are nowadays. That's why I have shows like One Piece or Dragon Ball or the goated sports anime Inazuma 11 above stuff like Attack on Titan or Demon Slayer or Chainsaw Man. Like, sure, maybe they are better objectively, except One Piece. One Piece is objectively the best anime ever, but I don't care if they are objectively better. If you can even call it objectively, it's my list, and I like stuff like this more. It's that simple. Of course, we are blessed with amazing anime nowadays, and of course animators and writers still put their heart, sweat and blood into their work, but something doesn't feel like it used to. But hey, maybe that's just me. I mean, in the end, stuff gets bought more and has more success, so who can blame them? Also, who can blame me? By the way, subscribe. Who can blame me for asking that of you? Bye!